Hello everyone. I wanted to discuss something that I've been working on tonight. It is over here, this selection array right there. I'm going to go ahead and run this. Alright, so you go ahead and select basically from this array which item you want to load, and it will go ahead and show you the number here and load it for you. Very simple interface that I'm working on here. So how does that work? This is the system that's running this. Initially, I just get the data that I'm working with here, and I go ahead and get the array size, create a false array just to store into this initially, so that everything will be false. And this is where all the magic happens inside the while loop. So it goes ahead and loads the current selection, whatever's clicked there. And then this here will load the previous one. I didn't say wire anything into the initializer here. I don't really care what's initially there. It will just adjust on the first loop, so it's not a big deal for me. It will first check if there's any differences between the two. If there is a difference, it will go ahead and process this. If there's no difference, then the true false will just remain the same. Nothing will change. And the value that I'm utilizing is going to be this false one, and it's also going to remain the same. That's a numeric. So we'll keep the previously loaded item in there. Now, if this is true, we're going to go ahead and check these one by one. And then once we hit a difference, so if there is a change, once we hit that change, it's going to go ahead and stop this, take that index out of here, and then the final result. This will go into a array replace, and this will basically replace the falses, will replace the location with the new value. In this case, I have this new value as true or false instead of always true, and the only reason is because there was a minor kind of, I don't want to call it an error, but there was a feature that I didn't want and I have to bypass it, and this was the way to do that. This here will check if this is true or false, and if it is true, which it should always be true, then it will just take then it will take whatever that I was. However, if it is false, it will just default to -1 and then goes through. And this way, if I deselect them, it will actually understand that I have deselected. So selections, and if I deselect, oh look at that, it's not letting me deselect it. Actually, I do know why that's happening. This was a thing and I actually removed it. I'm going to bring it back. So here's what's going on. I need to set this to not, and the issue here is that it is not detecting that difference. They look the same. If I go ahead and turn it off, it looks for which one is different, and then that one is different. However, the difference is it's going to go ahead and reselect the previous one. So by doing this, by adding this minor check right here, there we go. Adding this check right here will make sure that it only reads, this is the old reading, so it will neglect the old reading and just check on the new readings, right? So let's go ahead and test this again. So we can go ahead and select whichever one we want, then I can click on it to deselect it. That also works. And that's about it. Alright, have a great evening.